Hello, family, and welcome back to another episode of the Organize My Thoughts podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about how to stop treating your business like a side hustle. We've been talking about a lot of mindset things when it comes to entrepreneurship and really just getting out of your head and executing. And I think that this is something that most people who work a 9-to-5 and run their business on the side, they struggle with this because you're so used to having your 9-to-5 income that when the Lord has called you to start a business and really start taking it seriously, sometimes it's hard to get out of side hustle mode and into a place where you are taking your business seriously. And you're not just leaving your business tasks on the sidelines. And so I am so excited for this episode because this is something that I had personally had to overcome with the Lord in order to truly see the results that I wanted to see in business. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into today's episode. There will not be a Clarity Cafe live, but there will be one in the weekly newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to the Organize My Thoughts newsletter, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box. Now, let's start off this episode with a couple of signs that you are treating your business like a side hustle, because honestly, you may not realize that you are doing this. The first sign that you are treating your business like a side hustle is if you are only marketing your products and services when you need to make money. Listen, people can sense desperation, and so it is very important that you are marketing your services on a consistent basis and not just when you need to pay a bill or you need extra money. This is one of the main contributors to inconsistencies in a brand, and so if you start marketing your product for a month because you have a bill due, and then you just disappear for 6 months, and then you come back and you start marketing your product again, that is not going to communicate something very good to your audience. And so it is important, again, that you are marketing on a consistent basis. You should really be doing 80% educating and 20% selling. People don't just want to be sold at all day long, especially if you have a product or service that doesn't solve a emergency need. A lot of the things that people invest in are just luxuries and things that they want, but not necessarily things that they need. And so they want to be sure that you are educating them, that you are pouring valuable information into them, and not just trying to get their money. The next sign that you are treating your business like a side hustle is if you are not planning out your quarters or your years. Again, sometimes we only market our products and services when we need money, but truly treating your business as a business and not just a side hustle means planning things out intentionally. It means no more last-minute sporadic launches, but you're really taking into account your overall vision and business goals for the year, and you are deciding, okay, what do I need to put out in order to meet these goals on a consistent basis? So if you're not intentionally planning for your business and you're doing a lot of things last minute, it could be a sign that you're treating your business like a side hustle. The next sign that you could be treating your business as a side hustle is if you have no systems or preparation for expansion. Right now, I want you to ask yourself what you would do if God blessed you with an influx of clients. Do you have the systems and infrastructure to manage those clients? Or are you only focused on, again, making a quick buck every time you need some money? And so what happens if a video that you post goes viral? Do you have enough inventory? Do you have enough capacity to maintain and nurture the clients well when they come? Do you have a nice onboarding process for your clients so that they're having a good experience and they have all that they need? If you don't have these things in place, it is a sign that you are treating your business like a side hustle. Now, the last sign that you are treating your business like a side hustle is if you are spending all of your profit. All the money that you make from your business is not just for you. 30% of it has to be going to taxes. Then you want to make sure that you're actually investing some of that money that you made back into the business. So for marketing efforts, or if you have a staff, outsourcing and hiring people so that the business can actually grow. Then you can take a percentage of that for your profit. But if you're just spending every single thing that you make and you're not intentionally dividing up your money to make sure that you are covering business expenses, taxes, and all those other things, you could be treating your business like a side hustle. And honestly, this is a terrible habit to develop, especially if at any point God calls you to full-time entrepreneurship. It will be a huge struggle for you if you don't get these things in place starting now. So, if you can relate to any of these signs, then you could be guilty of treating your business as a side hustle. And again, I understand that people are in different seasons of your life, but if God has called you to business, then there is a reason. And you want to make sure that you are stewarding this business well and not just treating it as something that you just kind of toss to the side or only bring out whenever you need. Again, you have no idea the plans that God has for you concerning this business. And so it's best to learn how to steward it well from the very beginning. And some of the things that I'm going to share with you on how to do this, you can apply even while working your 9 to 5. So now that we've discussed the signs that you may be treating your business like a side hustle, let's talk about how to shift out of that mode and really start maximizing your business. The first thing that I want you to focus on is thinking long term. When you're treating your business like a side hustle, all you're thinking about is what you need right now. And so a lot of times you're acting out of desperation. This can lead to cycles of frustration because you feel like you're putting in these quick efforts, but you're not seeing the result. But really, business is focused on the long term. So sometimes you may be putting in effort and not seeing immediate results, but it does not mean that those results are not coming. So you don't want to prematurely abandon the things that you're doing right now just because you're not seeing the results. This is why it's so important to focus on your vision. What is the original thing that God told you to do, and where did He say it was going? For me, when I started the Organize My Thoughts podcast, I did not know what I would be doing now. I didn't even have a service at the time. I just knew that God was calling me to help people to get out of their head and execute their businesses. These were people who were stuck in overthinking, anxiety. They had the fear of being seen, fear of rejection, and all of this was stopping them from moving forward on the businesses God told them to create. And so now, fast forward, I now have a coaching service that helps these clients, and I walk alongside them, helping them to not just create a business, but to create a business that will solve problems in the lives of others. But through this, they will also gain confidence. They will be free from all that negative thinking and overthinking that kept them stuck from years. And the things that they learn in this coaching program will serve them in every single area of their lives. And so my vision is to see thousands of women execute the business that God called them to do. And through that, lives will be changed and people will see God. So this is the vision that keeps me going. Now, I also have specific business goals as I'm going throughout the year. And so I don't do sporadic launches and last minute things. I set goals at the beginning of the year with God, and I intentionally figure out what do I need to put in place in order to reach those business goals. Thinking like this will help you to be so much more strategic, and it will help you to manage your time a lot better, because when you're executing a business and you have a 9 to 5, you are a little bit more limited on time than others. So you have to be very strategic. So thinking long term is one of those things that's going to help you get out of side hustle mode and really maximize your business growth. It's also going to help you to be more strategic when it comes to planning out your launches. People don't realize how much goes into having to launch a product or service, and also nurturing clients to get them to the point where they want to invest in your services. Just because you post a flyer about something that you're doing or you tell somebody about your product or service once does not mean that they're ready to become a customer. And so you have to make sure that you are in this for the long haul and that you're spending 80% of your time educating this consumer, letting them know what you do and how you can help them, and 20% of your time actually selling, right? Nobody wants to be hounded for every single dollar, but they want to know that you're actually providing value and you can solve their problem. So switching from short-term to long-term thinking is really going to help you in that process. The next thing that's going to help you to stop treating your business like a side hustle is to focus on getting the right clients. When you're treating your business like a side hustle, you're only thinking about the next dollar. And so sometimes you will take clients that don't have anything to do with your business, and now you're frustrated. You're creating new offers that you didn't intend to, that have nothing to do with your original vision, and you're wasting your time because the results that these clients are going to get are not going to be the results you intended because you did not focus on attracting the right clients. This is a mistake I made very early on in my entrepreneurship journey, where I just felt like my service was for everyone. And so I was targeting everyone in my marketing. And I started getting clients that literally were not aligned with my original goal for my business. And it was very distracting. And the problem with that is it takes time to get back to your original vision. So from the very beginning, make sure that everything that you do, that you're targeting the right customers, people that are going to pay your price, people that are actually going to go through the program and commit to it to see the results, people that are not going to give you a headache when you work with them, right? You want to be very intentional from the very beginning on making sure that everything that you do is aligned with attracting the right customer. The last thing you want to be doing is focusing on creating content for your business that just goes viral and doesn't bring you any sales. So you really have to pause and say, am I targeting the right person in every email that I write, in every landing page that I create, in every piece of content that I use, and the classes that I teach? Am I targeting the right person? That will really help you in the long term. The next thing that you can do to stop treating your business like a side hustle is to stop focusing on vanity metrics. Vanity metrics are those things that feel good but really don't produce any results. For example, if you create a piece of content for your business and it goes viral and you get a bunch of views but no sales, and you're so excited about the views that you don't realize that nobody has converted into your offer, that is when you're focusing on vanity metrics. When you are in business, views are great, but what's more important is engagement and conversion. You want these people to be transferred from your content to your email list and start working through your sales funnel. You want people's lives to actually be transformed by the content that you're teaching them. You don't want to just be chasing likes and views, because all of those things do not necessarily mean business success. So the metrics that you're focusing on in business are completely different than when you would be just treating your business like a side hustle and trying to get a quick buck. And something else that I really want to focus on when it comes to business is stop focusing on trying to get everything done so quickly. You don't need to go viral in order for your business to be successful. And you don't want to get things so quickly because you can lose it just as quickly as you got it. The Bible says in Proverbs 21:5 that the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. When you are treating your business like a side hustle, you're just trying to make as much money as you can in a short amount of time. And sometimes you're taking shortcuts, you're deviating from the plan, you start taking clients that compromise your values. Like, there's so many things that you open up the door to when you're trying to get things done hastily. So focus on long-term growth. And as you're putting in the effort, you're making sure that you're staying aligned, you're making these adjustments and not focusing on vanity metrics, you will start to see the growth and improvement. Now, the last thing that you can do to stop treating your business like a side hustle is to prepare for increase. What would you do right now if God blessed you with 15 new clients? Would you be prepared to handle that? If you don't have the infrastructure, the business systems in place to manage that, you want to start putting those things into place right now. Do you have a clear onboarding process? If you have a product-based business, do you have enough inventory and help to go ahead and ship those orders out on time? Do you have a landing page where people can clearly see what you have to offer and purchase right through you? Are you prepared for increase? And if you are not, you need to get ready. So we've covered a lot of things in this episode about how to stop treating your business like a side hustle, and I want to go ahead and recap. The first thing is to think long term. Stop trying to get things done so quickly and focus on long-term execution. The second thing is to focus on getting the right clients. You don't just want any clients for your business. You want clients that are aligned with your original goals, clients that aren't going to give you a headache, that are going to pay you your price, and also that are going to fully commit to your program. The third thing that you want to do is to stop focusing on vanity metrics. Stop worrying about the likes and all the views and really start focusing on conversions. Are people converting to your email list? Are they buying your products? Are they telling other people about what you do? Are they referring new clients? Those are the things that you really want to focus on. And the last thing that you can do is to prepare for increase. Make sure that you have the systems in place to prepare for if God decides to bless your business out the blue. You want to make sure that you can actually manage those clients and manage them well. So I pray that this was helpful. If this is something that you need help with, getting your business prepared for increase, making sure that you have these systems in place and really setting up a long-term marketing plan, I would love to invite you to join the Dream to Driven program, where I'll work with you for 6 weeks to help you to execute your business idea. And also, I'll make sure that you have a marketing plan so that you're not just doing sporadic launches and just only focusing on quick grabs, but you're actually building a sustainable business. So this is going to wrap up another episode of the Organize My Thoughts podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please like and share with a friend, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.